Hey guys, got an exciting video to get into today, but before we do, I want to give a big thanks to this video sponsor, which is Arms List. With Arms List, you can shop your local area for great deals or shop nationwide since they have a network comprised of over 1,300 FFLs. Now, if for some odd reason you're not expanding the collection and you'd rather sell, you can sell your items on Arms List as well. And whether you're buying or selling, there's no weird hidden fees or anything like that. All you need to do is just pay your low monthly membership dues and you're all good. So again, that's Arms List. Big thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, what's going on guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, and I've been wanting to do this video for a little while now. This is going to be top 10 performance pistols, and it's kind of a vague subject because it's just my opinion, but top 10 performance pistols of my collection at the moment. Performance pistols just being if I had to grab a gun to clean a Texas Star or flip over a dueling tree as best I can. I think this is my current top 10 of just my collection, so I don't want to hear it if something's missing. Actually, I do want to hear it. Let me know what I should buy, because that's always fun. This is the FNX 45. It's 45 ACP. Little spoiler alert, everything else on this list is 9mm. So let's go ahead and start off with the only non-9mm. Yeah, the FNX 45. We got a double stack 45. That in itself is already pretty cool. But full size nonetheless, red dot capable, hammer fire. It is polymer frame, but that's just fine. The trigger itself is actually pretty nice as well. If I take it out of safety. We're gonna just do like a not review, but like a micro overview on every gun. So that was the micro overview on the FNX 45. This is only the second mag I'm ever gonna shoot through it unsuppressed. This thing comes alive when you suppress it. All right, let's get a little smaller. Let's try to get that little dueling tree one on the right there. Yeah, you know it's a 45. There's no guessing when it slaps it over. Let's go for those swingers on the right. All right. It's 10 based off the performance. There's some pretty good pistols here. But again, just because it's a 45 and I can't get on target as quick is why it's here. But it made it in the top 10 nonetheless. FNX 45, I like this gun quite a bit. At number 9, I got the PSA or Palmetto State Armory Dagger. I've only got a couple mags through it so far and actually made enough of an impression that it made it in the top 10 for me. It looks very Glock-like. The Glock 19 Gen 3 patent had expired and other companies jumped on board making their own copies of them. Palmetto State Armory was one of them. So it's pretty cool. You got these cuts in the slide, so it looks cool, but it's just a little bit less reciprocating mass. Recoil wise, feels about like a Glock trigger, marginally better than a Glock, but the fact is it's cheaper and it has red dot capability, and the grip is better in my opinion. Let's go for the dueling tree. Oh, I'm low. All right, well, poorly representing it, but that's just me. I zeroed it on some larger targets. I need to take my time with it and actually zeroed in. Pretty cool impulse though, it's all good. I just like a red dot on Glock type guns now, as it turns out. So actually a fan of the platform. Number 8 on the list is a 1911 chambered in 9mm. What's cool about this is a lot of times when people make 9mm 1911s, they downsize everything. It went from a 45 to a 9, so they usually go aluminum frame. Sometimes they ditch the dust cover Picatinny rail. They go shorter slide, shorter barrel, all that. What's cool about this is a Springfield Armory 1911 operator in 9mm. This one never downsized anything but the caliber. It's a forged steel frame and slide, so it's a very heavy gun. Honestly, it feels like a full-size heavy 45 ACP, but not until you rack the slide back and it's a much lighter recoil spring, you realize this is a 9mm, and so the way it shoots, it's just kind of a pig in weight, but it's shooting an undersized caliber for what it was intended to, and you notice that when you shoot it. It's a very flat shooting gun. Oh, I'm trying to be too quick. All right, let's go for that dueling tree. Home high. There it goes. Oh man, I hype it up so much and then I just want to showcase it well and then I just end up missing. I think I just got spoiled off the first two with the red dot. If this had a red dot, it'd be ranked significantly higher. Number 7 on the list, I should remind you that this was not made with money in mind. So there's pretty economic ones. This one and the next one actually are pretty economic, so that's kind of cool to see. This is Springfield Armory XDM Elite, full size 9mm, big old flared mag well, optic cut, threaded barrel from the factory. I think the MSRP on these at one time, years ago, I don't know if it's still the case, I think the MSRP, or at least retail, was like just under 600 bucks. It was like 5 something. They might be in the mid 600s now. All right, now that I know that, I'll just aim a little low. Dueling tree. Cool, all right. Damn, I gotta zero my guns in, huh? My bad. Now, if this list were made with money in mind, this one would rank probably at the top, I'm not gonna lie. This is a Canik SFX Rival. Man, I must have had this for a little over a year at this point, maybe a year and a half. blew my mind. I didn't have too high of expectations. It looked cool. Still a striker fire polymer frame gun, so I didn't expect it to feel that racy and performance derived. Holy moly. First off, the slide looks cool, but it's just cut up. You got a huge cut here, cut here, some cuts here on the slide. So it's a very, very light slide. Polymer grip feels very, very good, so I allow it for being polymer. That's fine. The trigger is nice and flat. I always give striker fire pistol shit for being striker fire because I don't like the triggers. This isn't only a good trigger for a striker fire, it's just a good trigger, period. It's ridiculously good. Also, like I just said, it's economic. I forgot the price point on them, but I think it starts with a 6. Very flat shooting too, man. Let's go for the dueling tree. Damn. Oh, that was me. I totally jumped it. There we go. Yeah, all right. Man, pistols, I've said this before, but pistols have a very steep learning curve. So I find that the guns that I think are most fun to shoot, I'm the best with because I practice with them the most. Coincidentally, because they're just fun to shoot. This one, I have not shot it all that much, and I'm already pretty confident with it. I think if I spent a solid half hour with it, I'd really, really like it even more. So I ranked it 6 right now, but I guess it's in good company. Maybe it could go up to 5. 5 and 6 were a little close. All right, this one might throw you guys for a bit of a loop. We just went from a performance-derived gun to a more duty-derived gun. This is the SIG Sauer M17. It's a P320 variant. The M17 in particular is what the Army adopted. The M18, the shorter versions, what the Marines adopted. Real quickly, the reason at the moment it's ranked higher than that Canic is just based off experience alone. I've got maybe 15 or less mags through that Canic, and I've got, I don't even know, I probably shot 2,500 or 3,000 rounds through this gun in particular. I've had it for about 4 years now, ever since they were pretty new, 4.5 years, maybe longer. So I think it's just an experience thing that makes me want to rank it a little higher, but gun for gun, the Canic might beat it. But number 5 for now is my M17. Nope. Oh no. I'm nervous, what can I say? All right, ended on a better note. I mean, for it not being a performance-derived gun, it actually feels nice and flat, very balanced. I like the grip angle. But that in the Canic, that 5 and 6 spot, it's kind of tight, not gonna lie. But we'll run with the order for now. Now, for my current 4th place, I got 2 guns to showcase. They're different models, but they're very similar. We're just gonna go ahead and say number 4 is this right here. It's a SIG Sauer P229 Legion SAO. For single action only. Long name, but the reason I placed this so high is because I'm most familiar with this guy. This is a P226 Legion SAO, and this for the longest time was my favorite pistol I've owned performance-wise. Just very, very flat to shoot, very, very cool, and for the longest time, once I started really liking pistols with red dots, all I ever wanted was just this same exact gun with a red dot. Well, impulsively, I was at Saddle Rock Armory picking up a transfer, and they had this, which is a 229, which is practically this gun, just shorter, smaller frame, and a shorter slide and barrel. But this one was cut from the factory with a red dot, and it has the SIG Romeo 1 Pro, whatever. Yeah, right away, going from those striker fire polymer guns, this thing feels more like a race gun. Oh, it's a little low. I'm stubborn. There it goes. Oh man. All right, I'm rusty with it, but damn. Okay, I just need to adjust that sight a little bit, but otherwise, yeah, it makes a world of a difference going from polymer frame striker fires, even those good ones, to this. This to me is like the Porsche 911 GT3, a race car for the road. If you go total race car, like an F1 car, like a total race gun that you might see here, they're great, they perform well, but they just need a little bit more to run reliably. Whereas a Toyota Camry, let's say that's like a Glock, gets you where you need to go, not a whole lot of drama to it. This thing, yeah, it's like a race car for the road. It's just this duty gun, but it happens to, the fly likes it, just seems to put it down real well. Look, I just like bringing more guns than I need to. In 3rd place, I got 2 guns once again, because they're similar. They're both Beretta 92 variants. Here is a Beretta 92, it's an LTT Langdon Tactical RDO for their red dot capable system that they were doing. But now Beretta's doing that themselves. This is the 92X. It is a performance gun through and through. It is heavy, it's stout, it weighs way more than the Langdon, even though they look fairly similar. I've got hollow suns on both of them. The other big difference is just how low the red dot sits on the Langdon. They went about it way differently than Beretta themselves. You can actually co-witness your irons, whereas on the 92X you cannot. It's just way on up there. So I'll be honest, between these two, I haven't gone back to back, so I can't quite pick a favorite. Either way, we're gonna just count both of these guns as third place because they're similar enough. So let's go ahead and shoot 15 rounds out of each, starting with the Langdon Tactical. Damn, that feels really good. It's been a while. Oh, it's the curse of the last round. Damn, okay. Common theme. Haven't shot this one in a while, as you could imagine as well, but damn, really, really nice. Again, I love that on a Beretta variant, you could co-witness those sights. You lose that when you go with the 92X, but you also gain weight, a little gas pedal for your left thumb, and some more performance features. So let me see how it compares real quickly. Also cool is the safety is on the frame, not on the slide now, which is neat. This is the gas pedal I was referring to. Put your right thumb here and your left thumb rest on that. Controls the recoil even more. Not that there is a whole lot on Berettas, but it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, that's way flatter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that feels way more like a race gun. Uh-huh. Okay. If I could only nitpick one thing, I would love if there's a way that red dot could sit lower like the Langdon. But even sitting higher, not co-witnessing, is totally worth the trade-off. That thing is flat. Yeah, that feels like a race gun. It's got a lot more weight, certainly, but from the ground up, I think this thing was just meant to run fast. It's certainly more accurate than me. All right, coming in at number 2 is two guns yet again, but it's the same model. Springfield Armory 1911 DS Prodigy, the DS for double stack. Made a video on this guy right when it came out about 4 months ago. I think it came out September 1st, right? Something like that. By the way, painted the frame green with some spray paint. Hope you guys like it. If you don't, too bad. I think it looks kind of cool. But yeah, so I made a video with this comparing a Staccato, and it wasn't quite Staccato level, but it's also not priced like Staccato. So it actually was very easy to say that's my second favorite gun, performance-wise. But I've got two now. So this is the 5-inch version, full length, and this is the 4 1/4. From what I heard, this is flatter shooting, but this one cycles faster and it's easier to shoot faster because of it. So I've got a few rounds through this one, no reliability issues, nothing like that. I know some people have had some with theirs, but thankfully mine's locked back every time, shot fine, even after my spray paint job, so that's cool. I've never shot the 4 1/4 version, so first impressions here, but I already know I like the 1911 DS Prodigy 5-inch version. Enough talking. Let's go ahead and shoot the new one first. Yeah, that's super smooth. Still. Oh, ooh, I like this. I might like this more than a 5-inch. That's low. Damn. I got ahead of myself. All right, hold on a second. I might like that more than the 5-inch Prodigy. Damn, that just wants to run a little faster. Again, that was my first mag through it, so I need to get acquainted with it. Let's go straight from that to the 5-inch. All right, the one I'm more familiar with, the 5-inch Prodigy. If it's more accurate, it's only because it's green. All right. All right, I guess we're splitting hairs. This is pretty good too. Oh, calm down. Okay, interesting. I don't know. Gosh, I guess I really like both. I guess this one is that flat. Okay, it's exactly what I thought. This is flatter to shoot, so it's easier to shoot. But that one just seems, the 4 1/4 just wants to shoot faster because it seems like it's ready to go quicker. And it just points a little easier. Just a lot of weight going on here. So it seems like that cycle is just that little bit slower, but it's easier to shoot because of it. Weird. Anyway, I like them both. Yeah, easy to say second place. Going straight from that whole list there. Yeah, I think I'm okay with my ranking so far. And then number 1, we can't even act surprised, it's the High Point C9. That's actually the Staccato XC. It's a 2011, true 2011 from the box. Built in Georgetown, Texas. Gotta love it. They're my neighbors. I bought this just about a year ago. So we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, took her out. It was a great time. I love it, man. I love it. What we have here is a double stack 1911. We'll call it a 2011 because it's made by Staccato. We have a great trigger. We've got a red dot capable system, obviously Dawson precision sights. We got a Leupold Delta point on this one. The trigger is just ridiculous. Actually, I could just go on and on. I'm gonna make it really quick. I said it's gonna be a quick overview. The slide to frame fit is just otherworldly. Not only that though, that Dawson recoil spring assembly is just non-existent. I feel like I'm racking an airsoft gun as far as the ease of it, but something that was put by some like Swiss watchmaker from the fit of it. Did that make sense? Probably not. Whatever. It's got these cuts here to lighten it up. Although it's a 5-inch looking barrel, it's not. It's a little shorter because of that island comp. So it is compensated, making it shoot even flatter. This thing just feels like a fine-tuned race gun. I will say though, this thing is very reliable when taken care of properly. Guns like those striker fires, or even those SIG P226 and 229s, I could go thousands of rounds on those and not clean them, and I'll be just fine. I know that because I've done it. I won't go more than about 350, maybe 500 rounds before I want to clean this thing, just because every now and then I'll do something silly like not lock back or have a couple feeding issues. It just wants to be well cared for, and if you do that, it'll make you run really, really good. It'll build your ego for how good you can shoot. I say that, hopefully I can shoot good. All right, here we go. Come on, man. Had to miss a couple, just to show it's not perfect. That's just me trying to outrun it though. Yeah, okay. I got this ranking right on the money. Yeah, this is leaps and bounds though. I mean, at the same time, I didn't talk about price point on all these because it's not like a full review on it, but I will say on just the last two. This is $4,300 for the base pistol. Once we invest the light and the red dot, as you see it, it's well over $5 grand just about for a pistol. So I will say though, it is worth it. I don't know how else to put it. I have experienced shooters shoot this gun. I have new shooters shoot it. Everyone shoots it well. Everyone loves it. Everyone hates the price. Too bad. But I will say, second place, those Prodigies start at about $1,500. And that's MSRP. You can actually find those on Gunbroker every now and then for like $1,300. And so that's amazing for that price point, I think. And we keep going down. Those Berettas are fantastic as well. Those 226s, 229s are freaking amazing because they have a little bit of that race feel, but they're still very, very, I don't know, service reliable and all that. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. All I know is that's a pretty decent ranking, I think, for the way I have it so far. The collection's always expanding, so it might change as the years go on. But my favorite performance pistol certainly is the Staccato XC, and I don't think that should come as much of a surprise. Let me know what you guys think about this list, what you would add to it, maybe how you would shuffle it around. But that does it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time. Take care.